Alright, welcome to my patch review for the first patch of set 15. Maybe I'll do this for every set going forward. I remember the first patch for set 13 into the Arcane 2 was pretty good after the B patch on Black Rose. The last set I don't remember at all. Well, not that I don't remember at all. I don't remember the first patch. I wasn't like, yeah, but so I won't go into that. But as the people who played this set know, this is the GP patch, and the GP patch is actually the B patch. It's been this way for like a week or something. I don't know exactly the timeline, but the original patch was, let me go here, and I know it was Star Guardians, Soul Fighter, and yeah, Mentor Rise, and then Yuumi is pretty good, and then like Kale. So this patch, like, honestly wasn't that bad. I mean, Soul Fighter's overtuned. I can't see my OBS, by the way. Okay, yeah, there it is. Soul Fighter is overtuned. I mean, this Mentor Mech comp was overtuned. Star Guardians were overtuned, which is not good, but it could have been worse, I guess. And the GP patch was the B patch, and this is just absurd. Like, this number 3.7 average placement, and by the way, it does not have a 0.54 play rate. That is fake news. We go to Diamond Plus, 0.9. I can tell you this is higher. This is like at least 1.2 probably, and it is just so absurd. I mean, you can see the placement, the win rate. I mean, yeah. And there's like a few places where you can go wrong. Like you can, first of all, if you're uncontested, you're guaranteed top 4. It doesn't matter. Like, I guess if you don't hit your units uncontested, but I mean, that's like, I don't even know if that's possible for 2 costs unless you do something very egregious. But yeah, is the Gangplank patch. I do find it interesting. First of all, I mean, I know this is like extraneous circumstances, but they, for those who don't remember, they had a thing that's still in the game, rapid fire cannon, but you could craft it. And, you know, it was toxic because, you know, they have to design around melee carries that can attack from the back line. And then this abomination Gangplank comes out. And his ability scales off of range for some unknown reason. Which makes it just, like, absurd. Not only can he can... yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. But this comp, yeah, and we'll go to TFT Academy just to see. Like, it's above Crystal Gambit, and you can like easily beat Crystal Gambit boards because the way this comp works is with the Formentor, your Kabuko, you just have so much CC with the Kabuko and the Yasuo, and then your Gangplank, you put Edge of Night on him, which is another item they're nerfing, and if you get an artifact, if you like, artifacts are like also broken. That's on my list of things. Here, I'll share this. Things to talk about. Artifacts are just broken, but we'll keep it in order, I guess. And the proper order of things, I think, is to start with the PvE. Now, I didn't even play it the last like week. I mean, I think like the last 5 days they have like no patches on the PB, and then they have like a live A patch. It was so unbalanced. Darius was just completely yeah, I mean, it was not balanced at all. I think Star Guardians were very strong as well. And you could tell that there need to be huge balance like changes from the PvE patch, because it just like it couldn't go live like that, obviously. And so they nerfed Darius like pretty hard. He's an artifact check now, which is impressive, honestly, but I think that's more of a testament to how broken artifacts are. But I don't know, it just feels like they were way too conservative on the PvE balance cycle, and this set has so many things. Like, this set is obviously very hard because you have anomalies you need to tune, you have new augments like solo leveling, aura farming, and to me it was just very obvious that like they were not making enough changes like to get the meta into a good state. And obviously you can't like guarantee the meta would be in a good state, but because things always change when it goes to live and stuff like that. But it's like some of these like units are just like useless on the PvE, or not units, but like traits, and then they're like useless on live. And then there's like Soul Fighter was like OP on the PvE, and they nerfed it, I'm pretty sure, unless in the live patch, but it was still overtuned. And honestly, that I don't have that much of big of a deal with. I just feel like they need to be way more aggressive, like if they're going to have such a short PvE balance cycle. And have I mentioned artifacts? Artifacts are still broken. I'm pretty sure like the 5 cost was broken. Like range Gwen was obviously going to be broken. Let me like look at this. I think it's funny how unbalanced this patch is, in that like Gwen with range, and to be fair, it's not really range, it's mostly sniper's focus, but it's just ridiculous. Like 3.7, and then you go Mana Zane, Karma, like even Blighting Jewel. Like, I'm okay with the concept of artifacts as like, you know, they unlock these like special comps that you can play and stuff like that. Like, I think to last set, like Fiddlesticks is a cool comp. It's enabled by artifacts, and maybe sometimes you have some like absurd spot where you can play it without, but not usually. And I think that's fine as long as Fiddlesticks is like a playable unit. Like, maybe the only spot where you reroll Fiddlesticks is if you have an artifact. I think that's fine, but it needs to be balanced, right? It needs to be reasonable. The artifacts this set are not reasonable. I'm not saying that because they're like different. It's just like you put Mana Zane on Karma and your game is infinitely easier. And to Dawn Core, like, I actually haven't checked the stats on these, but let's see. Like, I think Gangplank's a good holder. Does it not have Dawn Core? Does anyone know what the item is called? Oh god, I'm so sorry. Let me see. It is called Dawn Core. Yeah, 3.47. I mean, Gangplank's OP, so that's whatever, but Katarina? Like, okay, by the way, look at these artifacts. Like, I mean, I guess these numbers aren't that absurd. Also, I was watching Boxbox, and he was so pissed off about Gathering. He just, like, lost with Crystal Gem. He's like, if the game is balanced, I shouldn't have to 50-50 the side I'm on. It was funny. But, like, oh my god. And also, this one I'm okay with because it's funny. Oh my god, I keep doing that. But I should stop ranting about this because like 3.56. Filter 3-star. Because, I mean, the important point is the bigger idea that artifacts just aren't balanced, and they didn't have enough of a PBE cycle. I forgot to put this in. Interesting. Very interesting. Jace 3 with Silvermere has a 2.51. That seems balanced to me. I don't know. But, like, they couldn't even get, like, the traits balanced. Like, Edgelord. Like, I guess Edgelord is good because, like, Samira was strong on the A patch. It's just, like, Supreme Cell also, like maybe that's not supposed to be a vertical, but Bastion's heavyweights. I was watching Dish Soap, and this has nothing to do with the balance of heavyweights, but someone he was playing PB. Someone asked him, "Why don't you play heavyweight frontline?" And he's like, because none of them are tanks." It's like, which is fine, I guess. I'm not opposed to that. Maybe the power balance in heavyweight frontline is that you can put extra items on Jace and Darius and they do damage. But yeah, so also, like, Ryze is useless now. Everyone frontlines him, which we can get into later, but probably not, because yeah, I don't have time. But I guess we'll look at, sorry, oh my god, this is all over the place. I guess we'll look at this image. Now, this is funny. Okay, maybe not. Okay, I changed my mind. Sorry. Okay, we will look at this first, which is my climb, and yeah, you can see I was stuck in Emerald for a week. This doesn't really pertain to the balance of the patch. I was just getting so tilted. Because another thing is, I think there's just a lot of, like, bullshit this set. Like, sorks that blow up your board, that's like the least bullshit thing. Like, artifacts, GP, just, like, feels bad. I wouldn't even, like, that's just like a thing that happens. I wouldn't even count that as part of the bullshit. But just like Fishbones, I guess that's an artifact as well. But Unkillable Mundo, like, it's just, I don't know. But yeah, we can just look at this graph really quick. But yeah, I was Emerald. I've been Emerald, like, 2 basically for like a week. Not a week, like 5 days, which is just so bad. I mean, if I kept playing, I wouldn't be, but it is what it is. I didn't have a good read. Like, I didn't understand you're supposed to, like, even play GP 2 and 3 way contested. I guess my bad on that one. But yeah, so I guess, oh, one thing I'll say is I was listening to More Dog. This is actually related to the first patch balance, and he said a few things. First of all, in one of his episodes, he said the first patch is basically the most important. Like, that's when people like Disguised Toast are playing the game. There's so much interest, and you want to, like, I assume, like, hook people for a while, keep them playing. And if the first patch is bad, maybe they just, like, play a few games and quit the set instantly, which makes sense. And he was making the point that, like, oh, the higher ups at Riot, they don't want me to balance the game after the first patch, but I do it anyway, right? Which is good. I love More Dog. But anyway, I was watching another one more recently, and because he's back to TFT, I assume he is, like, hearing all the complaints about the balance this patch. He was saying, like, actually the balance, like, on the patches doesn't really affect our performance metrics like you'd think. Like, you know, the set's, like, it's more about, like, marketing, and he was talking in relation to how the set's, like, doing better in some regions than others, which I'm guessing is maybe, like, NA. It's not doing that well in China. Like, maybe they don't watch anime in China. I mean, I know. I know a little about China. But I guess what I find interesting is I don't necessarily doubt that, because you can literally see, like, on here, like, the play rate on GP, like, almost doubles from, like, platinum to master. And this is like, yeah, I mean, I guess this is our, I would expect it to be like 1.2, 1.3. But I mean, I guess, like, I mean, I agree, like, new people, they're not playing that many games. Like, maybe they, like, see GP, like, for the first time, and it's, like, cool or whatever. There's, oh my god, this is another tangent. There's this Robin Song's video. He's like, GG's, bro. I just got home from my 12-hour shift at the factory, and you beat me. I guess you're just better, huh? Yeah, but, there's another copy pasta about how you're playing, like, Star Guardians. My favorite comp is Star Guardians. I queue into Wajan Iverson playing GP, and then playing Karma, and then playing Frost Edge TF, and my e-girls keep dying. But what was the point I was making? Oh, I don't doubt that that's true, but, like, I don't know, like, yeah, I don't know, but more like, I just think I don't know. I mean, it's hard for me to criticize because there's, like, localization, and you have to patch bugs, and maybe there were more bugs this set, but it felt like, I'm gonna say it again, the balancing was too conservative on the PvE, and apparently Mordog said they're going to, like, be implementing some new system, so I guess I'll wait for next set and see what that is. But yeah, is that all I want to say on that? Okay, yeah, we can go to the GP image. So this is funny because I think I have two bows. I have two bows, GP opener. I have two bows and, like, a glove or something. So, and there's a GP on carousel. Uncontested GP, which is like Exodia this patch, and this guy is so upset in the chat. Why is he allowed to have bow GP? It's not even good for me, by the way. I'm not gonna, like, take it. Like, if you're contested, I can see taking it, or if it becomes GP2, I understand taking it, but I'm not even going to take it because I mean, item economy. Like, I have two bows already. The extra bow is, like, kind of useless in this comp. You don't need anti-heal. You don't need void staff. So what you do with the extra bow. And yeah. But I was holding, he had two GPs on bench. I had two Mundos on my bench and one in my shop. And basically, even though he was so pissed about them not taking the GP on the carousel to deny me, which is, like, hilarious. I mean, I'm uncontested GP. I'm going first either way. Like, as I said, it's not even good for me, but he doesn't know that, I guess, which is fine. But basically, we trade. I sell my Mundos and he sells his GP. And then, yeah, it was a funny moment. But we can actually see that game. I have it here. I'll just, like, skip ahead. How do I? Oh, here. Yeah, we'll just watch some GP gameplay, I guess. I'll narrate the last 5 minutes of this game. So see. Yeah, I have it all. I have double combat augment, and I'm pretty sure collector is, like, pretty good here. I'm losing. I mean, I'm like actually losing a lot of value. Okay, so that's Fishbone's Jin is in 3rd place, and Karma Sorks is in 2nd. And you can see I'm same side as Karma. Kobuko stuns her. This is, like, actually not even that good positioning, but, like, you can see it doesn't really matter, you know. Like, If you can't really get through the Kabuko, Kabuko's too tanky. Like, Kabuko's not even a tanky unit, is the funny thing. Like, they were considering buffing his tankiness, which makes sense because I feel like I hit a Kabuko 2 early once, and he was, like, not tanky at all. This is, like, Mundo Hefty Rolls. It's actually quite tanky, but I'll skip ahead a little more. Maybe the final fight. See, I have Yon too. This is like Bis Yasuo, Bis Kabuko, Bis Gangplank, last second save, which is broken. They're nerfing it next patch. Also, one last thing, the Destiny augments. I changed my opinion about this. Well, first of all, I don't mind that they're OP. Like, everyone knew they're OP on the PBE. Like, this isn't a secret at all. But I guess they just didn't have time to balance them. This is opposite side GP, which I think is better for me, especially when you have like tank Udyr, because like you can't get one shot at all. But what was I saying? I genuinely forgot. Oh, oh my god, it's yeah, the Destiny augments. I saw Kiting talking about it, and we'll get some mid-game gameplay in. Basically what he said was it's good that they were OP the first patch because it gets people excited to click them, and now they like bring them in line with the balance. I love the concept of them. Like, if they're like slightly above the edge where it's like makes sense to click it like 80% of the time, I'm like happy with that because it's actually fun. You like play with augments you don't usually play with. I feel like it feels like ARAM, where it's like I would never actually pick this champion, or AirEarth, if you know, but I would never pick this champion. But now that I'm like forced to actually play it, it's like actually like kind of fun. And yeah, so but it's like, I wonder if that was actually their intention. Like, they're like, yeah, this is OP. I wish we could see stats on those augments. Like, I wish we got the more rundown with the stats on the Destiny augments. Like, the prismatic one with 8 gold. The thing about prismatics is, I can kind of say it was still going to be broken on 5, but there's a lot of them that just, like, scale with your econ. Like, prismatic ticket, investment strategy, hedge fund, even like level up, upward mobility. Like, there's so many of these just off the top of my head that like yeah, but but anyway, yeah, okay, that's my first patch review. And yeah, so not in summary, not the best patch. I mean, I honestly wish they patched GP, but maybe this patch had like even deeper issues. I think like C patching GP would have helped, but I can understand, I guess. So yeah.